a pair of pants yesterday that I haven't worn in about 2 months. Yeah, well, it didn't fit.
Absolutely. I mean, it's not just fat on the outside, folks. The reason your gut's sticking out in a lot of cases is that, like John Wayne, they said, had 27 pounds of undigested meat in him. And I've talked to medical doctors that have done autopsies on people, and they say it's unbelievable. I mean, our guts are just clogged up from this unnatural diet. And oxygen, put it to you this way, there's nothing like it. And I'm going to stop talking about it. If you'll just get a bottle of Oxy powder, it supports the broadcast, the reporters, the team, everything we're doing here trying to expand at the InfoWars operation. And it is revolutionary what it's done for me and my family and others that are taking it. And again, I don't know. I've never been a big vitamin guy. I've never been a big flush my gut type guy. They kept pestering me, almost henpecking me, Dr. Group and Anthony, going, look, if you'll just take this, if you'll just take this, if you'll just carry this. And Anthony doesn't even, own it or anything. He's just saying you got to take it. He takes it about once a week. And take it before you go to bed is the best thing. And they get ready to get up about 6 a.m. It's just that the elites all know about this kind of stuff. It's so revolutionary. All right, I'm done talking about it. InfoWarsLife.com. Now, I want to have totally open phones in the second and third hour today, and I want to go to your phone calls. In fact, we'll go to them in the next segment. On Ebola, here's AP. Africa stems Ebola via border closings. Health officials battling the Ebola outbreak that have killed more than 4,500 people in West Africa have managed a limited spread on the continent to 5 countries, and 2 of them appear to have snuffed out the disease. And it says the countries bordering the areas have completely closed their borders and don't allow flights in. Because that's common sense, though. Countries run by African dictators do common sense type stuff. And they did things in Sierra Leone and others that have now stopped the expansion of the spread in those countries. They just said, you know what? Nobody come out of your house for 3 days. Go get whatever you need today, starting this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Nobody comes out of your house unless you're somebody running a power plant. And you know what? People did it because they don't want to die, and it stopped. Not here, baby. They're going to wait till it's really spreading so government can then say stay in your house and train us to sit like a dog. When they say jump, we say how high. I'm going to say it again. The flights are coming in right now, 150 people a day. The Border Patrol estimates hundreds a day. Other than Mexican, as they're called on the fill-out sheet from West Africa. They are pouring across. Pouring across. And just one of them could cause a chain reaction of Ebola. And hey, maybe you want your little kid to get it and bleed out a horrible death, screaming and begging. I know this. I've had enough. And I guarantee you, government, you out-of-control criminals, you are going to be held responsible. And the big corporations that sit overseas in Luxembourg and Monte Carlo and in Switzerland and in Grand Cayman, well, you sit out. By the way, all those Caribbean countries aren't letting West Africans fly in. While you all sit there safe in your tax-free havens, cops are going to be dying. FBI agents are going to be dying. Their kids are going to be dying. How are you going to feel about that, government employees? And these big corporate heads that pull the strings in one North American Union. And they said they'd bring in the North American Union, not allowing a domestic response, but a North American Union response. They said they would use plagues, terrorism, and drugs in the Banff Canada documents from 2007 that are in my film, Endgame Blueprint for Global Enslavement. They use the crises to bring in the control. 800-259-9231. First-time callers or medical workers, police, EMTs, you are the people that are really going to be in the hot zone. In the jails, at the hospitals, having to respond to people that have got to be quarantined. Who are going to... You get the short end of the stick. You get the shortest straw. Shortest straw has been pulled for you. And now Obama wants to send the National Guard, totally untrained, into Liberia. All those other places to, quote, help contain it. And I understand the military, they have teams that are trained for this, and we've got inept bureaucracies at every other level. But no, you seal the borders. You quarantine the people that have it like they've done, and we stay out of it. But see, there's hundreds of billions of dollars to be made fighting this for select corporations that'll get the contracts for all the medicine and all the garbage, because they're not giving them blood transfusions from Ebola survivors or taking that and making a serum. No. They're giving them experimental drugs and vaccines. So they can say, oh, it's safe and effective, and then lie and roll it out here. Hey, let me ask you that, America. Are you going to take the vaccine? 800-259-9231. And we'll also talk about, I want to hear from callers, not just Ebola and your take on that and where all this is going and how do we hold these criminals accountable, and can we make a big enough stink out of this to let the establishment know they're going to end up getting in trouble so they might back off on letting this spread. And why are they so arrogant? I don't think they're going to get away with this. It's not just ineptitude. I want your take on that, but what are we being distracted from? What else is going on while we're busy watching the big bloody Ebola or Obola? MSNBC said I better not use that term, so I better use it. Obola, 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 Obola. I got free speech, you authoritarian dirtbags.
This hour of GCN brought to you by LeSig. Kick some ash with LeSig's high-quality e-cig kits and e-juices. Like us on Facebook for a 10% discount. Call 870-525-1440 or visit lesig.com.
Hi, Ted Anderson with Midas Resources. Is it time to convert paper 401ks and IRAs to solid gold and silver yet? Get our 10 Reasons book free. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Are you happy doing your laundry with perfume detergents that irritate your skin? Are you happy washing your hands with stinking fragrances that gives your skin rashes? Are you happy paying new, higher prices for smaller boxes? Find your happiness today with our 1 to 4 year supply of pure soaps, or our 1 to 2 month sampler with bar soap, shampoo, laundry, and dish soap at 5starsoap.com. You deserve the best. Happiness is 5starsoap.com.
Digestive health is key to wellness, and Pro-EM1 is the key to digestive health. Pro-EM1 is a daily liquid probiotic that improves food absorption and supports weight loss by removing toxins from your system. Recommended by doctors, Pro-EM1 is 100% natural, organic, non-GMO, wheat, soy, gluten, and dairy-free. Call us today at 888-611-8025 or visit ProEM1.com to save over $25 on your order. That's 888-611-8025 or PROEM1.com.
I love a dark house. Inside is all the stuff you work so hard for, and I'm gonna rob you blind.
Don't be the next victim of a break-in. Go to faketv.com and discover a device that creates the illusion someone is inside watching TV and makes your home unappealing to would-be thieves.
Don't these people ever leave?
Starting at $24.95, and there's free shipping. Go to faketv.com or ask for it at your local hardware store. Fake TV, the burglar deterrent.
Do you lay awake at night and worry about the health and safety of you and your loved ones? Do you wonder what would happen if you weren't able to get to a hospital or doctor? How can you keep your family safe against the deadly pathogens that are beginning to emerge in the world today? Give yourself peace of mind with Supernatural Silver. Supernatural Silver is turning heads around the world as a new weapon in the fight against bacteria, viruses, and fungus. Supernatural Silver can be taken internally or used topically to help the body's own immune system fight off disease much more effectively. Supernatural Silver has been tested at independent universities and laboratories around the world and has been proven to be safe and highly effective against some of the planet's deadliest pathogens. There is no better product to have in your home for daily use or emergency preparedness. Go to supernaturalsilver.com, use the code SILVER2014 for 20% off, and give yourself and your loved ones a fighting chance with Supernatural Silver.
There's two different versions of it. There's a long version, about 6.5 minutes, a little bit shorter one that's about 5 minutes long, with Joe Biggs down at UT yesterday. Liberals signed petition to bring Ebola patients into the U.S. and house them. Students show enthusiastic support for the Ebola Equality Act of 2014. Yeah, they say you're homophobic if you don't go out and try to catch HIV. By the way, I'm not joking. In San Francisco, New York, for 20 years, they're called bug chasers. Gift givers, gift receivers. And I'm just waiting for the new trend to prove you're not racist, because it is sexually transmitted. It lives in the testicles for 70 days, not just 21, like in the rest of the body. So prove you're not racist. I think Rachel Maddow and others should go to Africa, and she should marry an Ebola victim, and, you know, she should contract Ebola. I mean, to prove that we should leave the border open. I mean, come on, you want my kids to get it, Rachel. And Geraldo Rivera, I mean, I'm bad. Matt Drudge is bad that we said we should control the flights and the border. So come on, Geraldo. Marry a woman who has Ebola right now. Prove you're not racist. And prove you're not homophobic. Go out and, you know, inject yourself with HIV. I'm not joking. Come on, you want me to have Ebola? You want me to have AIDS? You go get it. Not even kidding with you absurdist nuts. Come on, Geraldo, come back on the show and defend yourself or say you're wrong. Let's go to Will in Ohio. Will, thanks for calling in on this Friday edition. I guess I'm a little extreme. Do you pledge to find the nearest Ebola person and suck their blood? Yeah, you got a little phone problem there. Talk right in your phone.
Okay, how's that?
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, I was at the doctor this morning. We had a little conversation about that Ebola business. First of all, you know, there's only 4 hospitals in this country that can handle that level of infectious viruses.
Well, I think the answer is let people fly in by the hundreds a day from countries that have it, and let Nigerians die on the plane vomiting everywhere yesterday, and everything's fine. I think that's the answer, don't you?
But, you know, according to that nurse, we're talking about that nurse, you know, supposedly touched her face with that contaminated glove, you know. And he said, now, what happened? He said they didn't have any hazmat suits for him. So they just put him in like a containment gown, and they taped it to their deck with surgical tape.
Yes.
And when that stuff comes off, it takes skin with it. And if you got the littlest pimple, scratch, cut, you're wide open, brother.
Sir, why are you racist?
Why? I don't know. I guess I just raised that way.
Do you want to apologize to Rachel Maddow and Geraldo Rivera and Al Sharpton and pledge that you will try to contract Ebola to prove you're not racist?
Well, first I want to see them go down there and marry someone. I'd give them the Hollywood suite there in Vegas, give it to them, all expenses paid for a week, then we'll talk about it.
Well, they're all for being able to marry however you want, so how about the entire staff of MSNBC and Geraldo get together and all marry one Ebola patient?
Share it? Yeah, that'd be a good
They
idea.
can even shoot a video and sell tickets on pay-per-view.
Well, I want to see it on YouTube. I can't afford no tickets.
I'm joking, man. I'm not, though. They'll probably actually come up with that.
But they said as far as containing it down there, you said you ain't going to contain it down there. They reuse their needles and stuff down there.
Well,
you ain't going to contain nothing down there.
Well, sir, you just we need to bring the Ebola patients here to prove we're not racist. That's what the UT students actually say, and I agree with them. Of course, you know that they'll be the first ones that if you actually brought someone with Ebola, they would run screaming the other direction.
I don't know, Alex. I think we got problems.
You think we got problems maybe a little bit?
I think we do.
Well, the mayor of Houston's not worried about that. She wants to arrest and is suing preachers that criticize homosexuality because she's a fascist dirtbag witch. How's that sound?
Hell, in Sanford, Florida, where they had the Zimmerman trials, I preached against homosexuality for years. They got me on tape.
Well, then we better arrest you, buddy. This ain't America, and you keep your mouth shut, racist. We'll be right back. Second hour coming up. What you do in America, you keep your mouth shut and you worship government. You put vets on a death panel and you turn your guns in. Better clingers.
Another major health threat, this one in Toledo, Ohio, where everybody in the entire city has been told not to drink the water.
Ohio's governor declaring a state of emergency.
Did you know that the average person uses about 80 to 100 gallons of water at home every single day? If there's a water emergency, will you be prepared?
Panicked residents forming long lines throughout the day.
We're here at a supermarket in Toledo. You can see the shelves empty where water once was.
To stay safe and healthy during a crisis, you must must have access to safe, clean water. Water which will not be available at your local grocery store.
There's a mad dash on right now to stock up on supplies.
The ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system is a must-have for every modern, independently minded household. Protect your family's safety during an emergency. Go to InfoWarsStore.com today to purchase your ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system or call 1-888-253-3139.